Making a smart notebook lesson can be really easy, but it's going to take some time. Just like anything, there's a learning curve. Once you kind of figure out what pattern works best for you, then you can create a smart notebook lesson in no time. So just keep calm. Keep calm and figure it out. Keep calm and Google it. Keep calm and ask a teacher at your school who has been making smartboard lessons for a long time. So today I'm going to go ahead and show you sort of the order that makes sense for me and sort of what an outline of a smart lesson looks like. So the first thing is I always have my agenda on the board, um, and that way the students know what we're doing in class. That's typically typed. It's normally like, we'll do bell work, we'll do homework. We might incorporate maybe a review from last class, and then it would be maybe a grammar concept of some kind, or whatever that lesson is for the day. And then if we have anything for in class, and then whatever our homework is. So that's always just kind of typed up at the beginning, and the students see it when they enter class. Then I always have the bell work. Now, I like to time my bell work so students know how long they have to complete it, whether it's a journal entry or practice exercises or a practice problem. So one of my favorite features of the Smart Notebook is the timer. There's a few different timers, so you could simply go ahead and type the word timer, here in the Smart Gallery. So I went to Smart Gallery here, looks like a picture, and then if I type the word timer, there's 2 interactive timers in the version we have at school. So I like timer 2. So I'm going to click on it and drag it so it's on this particular page of notebook. And my bell work, I usually give them 4 to 5 minutes. And it's as simple as going to hit start, and then it counts down, and then it makes a noise. It beeps, if you will, when time is up. So whatever your bell work is would go here, and then I would incorporate a timer. You can use timers for in-class, group work, everything. Then I do one of 2 things. After we go over the bell work, I either quickly review what was covered last class or the previous class, or we go over homework. So I leave that totally up to you. Sometimes it's just an empty page in a notebook or a slide that just says, hey, check homework. So that reminds me of the order of the lesson for that day. And then it's the lesson. So whatever is being covered that day, it could take 3 slides or 3 pages. It could take 20. So really you have, I have no idea how long it's going to take you. So whatever this is, I'm not quite sure how long. So you just have to figure out what's important for your lesson. Now the lesson components, I incorporate a lot of interactive components as well as some things that I like to call erase and reveal and like hide and reveal. So I'll show you some of those in a later video about sample lessons. So the lesson is whatever you make of it, and it can be as long or short as you need to cover the material. So once the lesson has been taught, I always have some sort of check for understanding at the end of class. So oftentimes this can be an interactive game. So let me see if I can find one real quick. I'm not sure if we have any here. I might have to look at the Smart Exchange, but there would be, let me look up the Vortex ones. Those are fun. So these would be something interactive where I'd let the kids come up to the board and try something. So let me do Vortex. So a check for understanding. I would incorporate this sort of interactive component. So I would edit it and I would say like yes or no, maybe a true or false. And you would incorporate, whatever you need to. Sky is blue, grass is red, um, books are bad. So if you're having a particular content area, you could do true false statements at the end of class just to check to see if they were understanding. So um, you're allowed 8 and 8 max or minimum. You can change these too. So if this is actually I'm awesome and the answer is no instead of yes, you can change those. When you click OK, now the students can come to the board and all they have to do is that, imagine that this cursor is their hand. They would click on I'm awesome and they would drag it to either yes or no. If they click on the wrong one, it spits back out. So no, yes. Oh, I'm awesome. Yes. The grass is red. Yes. Oh no, I'm wrong. The grass is red. No. Sky is blue. Yes. Books are bad. No. So you might do a check for understanding. And then it tells you yes or no. And then the students could also use this as an opportunity to quickly write their notes down again. So just kind of a quick review so far. I always have an agenda. What's my order? What's my outline for the day? Bell work or journal or whatever you do at the beginning of class, a practice problem. I like to use a timer. Then we review or check homework. Then we have the lesson of the day, and then I check for understanding somehow. Sometimes we have in-class work that they need to do. It just kind of depends on the lesson, so I leave that up to your discretion. Sometimes I put this up on the board. So what are we doing in class? What's due at the end of class? Once again, you could incorporate a timer here. So if they had some in-class work or a quick group project, this is the other timer. So you can see what this timer looks like. You can count up or count down. I tend to count down, and then this would go off. So if they only had 1 minute to quickly write down 20 new things they learned today, whatever that check is, you could use a timer for that. So I'll pause that. And then, of course, the last thing I always tell them is the homework for next class. Even if it's on my syllabus, even if it's on a class calendar, I also always put it on the last page of Smart Notebook. So that's sort of a simple outline for me of what a Smart Notebook lesson looks like. And feel free to watch some upcoming videos on some specific sample lessons so you can see what they look like in action. Thanks.